Alright, so here we are. Roblox's The Classic Games tier list. We have 15 games, so I guess let's just get right into this. First off, we have Dress to Impress. I actually like Dress to Impress. Finding the text is just whatever, but then after that, it opens a portal into this obby. Now, I love obbies. I don't have any issues with obbies. I thought the obby was fun. I thought it was okay. I don't think it was too difficult. I know some people had issues with like the pillar parts. I didn't have any issues personally, but it was fine. It was quick. It was easy. So I'm going to put it at a B. I don't really have much to say about it. It wasn't that bad. Next up, we have Clip It. I'm going to give this one, I don't know if I should give it a D or an F. Clip It was very confusing. If you did not use a YouTube guide, then I don't know how in the world you figured this out. Because you had to go across all these different maps without any guidance or anything and take these random routes and stuff. I didn't like it. I did not like Clip It at all. But it didn't take 2 hours, so I guess I'm gonna put it at D. It's not good, but it's shorter than some of the other ones, so that's why I'm gonna cut it some slack. Next, we have Dusty Trip. I'm gonna give this one an S, actually. I debated on giving this one an A, but I think Dusty Trip was actually really well made. I think out of all the games here, they put the most amount of effort into Dusty Trip. It actually seemed like a classic version of the game. They also made it to where the game was a bit easier, so people who were new to a Dusty Trip could actually complete the event without having to grind or like learn a ton of mechanics in the game. My only complaint is that I think it's a bit too dragged out. I think it's a bit long, but it was still fun. Like, I had a blast playing it with my friends. It was really fun. So yeah, I think they did a fantastic job with this one. Next up, we have Tower Defense Simulator. I'm going to give this one a C. I don't really care for tower defense games. The only good tower defense game out there is Balloons Tower Defense. It's not that bad. You go and you have to complete 5 separate like rounds, and they give you preset towers to use, which is really nice. I really appreciate that they do that because it just makes it so much better. I don't want to have to grind to get new towers in order to make it easier on myself, so I really appreciate that they gave you those things. However, I didn't really have that much fun. I don't really care for tower defense games, so that's why I'm putting it at C. It didn't take as long as the other games, but it still felt really drawn out. But yeah, so I can understand why people like the game more, but personally, I'm just gonna leave it at C. Next up, we have Livetopia. I'm going to give this one an F. It sucks. It's really boring. Now, it's not as long as some of the other ones, but man, is it mind-numbingly boring. You have to just get a bunch of groceries and then deliver them to the person. And you do that 15 times, and then you have to go around the map and look for 10 ticks. It is really boring. There's nothing fun about it. Originally, I thought you only had to do it 3 times, but no, you have to do it a bunch. It is really boring, and they put no effort into this whatsoever. It was so lazily done, and it was just not fun at all. This game, no, don't put on any other events. This game sucks. It blows. Restaurant Tycoon 2. I'm going to give this one an F too. Now, Restaurant Tycoon 2 is not a bad game. I don't want anybody to think that I'm hating on the game. It's not a bad game. However, this one took so long and was so painfully boring. You have to serve, I think, 150 or 175 of the classic customers, and it just takes so long. There's not much you can do to make the process faster, so it's a lot of AFKing, but the issue is you can't really AFK in this game because they make it to where when the customers leave, you have to click their cash. Now, you can buy something that makes it to where it automatically clicks the cash, but that's with Robux, so you have to spend Robux to actually be able to properly AFK this game. This game was really boring. I hated it so much. When I was doing this one, I ended up live streaming it to try to make myself have a little bit more fun, but man, it was rough. It's so boring. It took me over 2 hours to complete. It was not fun. It sucks. Yeah, not a fun badge to go for at all. Next up, we have Gunfight Arena. I'm gonna give this one an A, actually. In general, I enjoy Gunfight Arena. I think it's one of the better FPS games on Roblox. And this one is pretty fast and easy to do. I actually ended up doing it twice. Pretty much, you just go into a map, you collect 10 ticks, and then you just have to get, I think, 250 kills. It's not bad at all. You're killing bots, so anybody with 2 brain cells can do it because it's really easy. It's not as fun as a hunt badge because you're just killing a bunch of bots the entire time instead of real players. But it's fast. It took me, what, 20, 30 minutes? It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I think this one was actually pretty enjoyable. A bit annoying at times, but compared to the rest, it's definitely way above them. Next up, we have Blade Ball. Blade Ball sucks. Blade Ball is horrible. I hated this one so much. Omega F. I'm just gonna come out here bursting, okay? I think Blade Ball sucks. I think it's a crappy game. I don't know. I don't understand why people love this game so much. It's super overrated. It sucks. It blows. For this one, you have to do a bunch of missions in order to get XP, and you need like 150, 125 XP or something like that in order to get the final token. So the mission part wasn't bad. It was just annoying. I don't like Blade Ball, so a lot of the tasks were just really frustrating to me. But the worst part about this one is getting the ticks, because there's 10 different maps that have 1 ticks. And the issue is they never come up in voting. I spent like probably 2.5 hours on Blade Ball only because I could not get the map I needed at all. It would never pop up, and then when it actually did pop up, nobody would vote for it because all the sweaty losers who play Blade Ball 24/7 would just vote for the normal maps because they don't care about the event. Horrible. Just absolutely horrible. It's not fun. It just sucks. It takes way too long. Finding the ticks is just awful. So yeah, they should have put Death Ball over Blade Ball, because Death Ball actually puts effort into their events. Blade Ball just does nothing. Blade Ball sucks. It's terrible, terrible game. Terrible, terrible. Next up, we have Driving Empire. This is also an F. Omega F. This one sucks so bad. You have to race against Builderman, okay? That sounds fine. But you have to do it like 30 to 40 times. It is horrible. I don't understand why this one ever made it into the event. All you do is race over and over and over again for hours because you just need points. It's so boring. Now, there's other things you can do. You can drop off customers, but that's it. And every single person you drop off, I'm pretty sure, only gives you 2 points. It's insane. It's insane. Now, if you do a race, if you do it solo, you get 8 points. But if you do it with friends or random people, you get 15 points. So obviously, you're gonna choose the race thing because it's the fastest way to get points. But man, it takes forever. It is so bad. It sucks. It is horrible. Why in the world did this make it into the event? There is nothing fun about grinding out a race for over 2 hours. It is miserable. And why do they require you to get so many points? I think it was like 450 to 500 freaking points for this stupid token. Like, my gosh, it was bad. Horrible game. Honestly, that might be the worst one on the hunt, honestly. I almost quit the entire event just because of this game and Blade Ball. Next up, we have Bedwars. I'm gonna give Bedwars a C. Now, I think the Penguin Survival is lazy. I've heard that Penguin Survival has just been in the game for a while. It randomly comes. So they didn't even make anything new for this stupid event. But essentially, all you have to do is you have to defend your bed from 10 waves of penguins. At first, I was gonna place this game in F because I had so many issues trying to figure out how to actually defend against the penguins because it seemed impossible. They were constantly getting in, and by wave 4, we were just dying immediately. But I got some friends, I got my girlfriend, and we made a strategy and it worked first try. Whenever you're doing a strategy and it actually works, the game's really fun. Like, I had a blast defending against the penguins once I figured out the strategy, which the strategy was to get 2 of the Oxalotl people and then 1 of like the Fireblade spinny guy. The other people, they didn't matter. Then you just put like a pyramid of obsidian around your bed, and then you build walls all around the arena. And then if you have like a sniper penguin, you just leave them there and then farm up materials while you wait. It's fun whenever you know what to actually do, but it is very frustrating. So I'm just gonna leave it at C. It's not horrible, but it's not fantastic. Adopt Me. Adopt Me is trash. I hated this game since it came out, so it's an absolute F. I've been seeing some comments of people saying this game is classic. No, it's not. No, it is not. Maybe if you're like 6 years old, but the game's not classic at all. Anyway, that's besides the point. This game sucks. It's so boring. You walk up to a guy, you talk to him, you get a pet, and then it's just 2 hours of raising a pet. It's so bad, man. It takes forever for your pet to actually need something. So it was just me AFKing for so long. It was so boring. I was losing brain cells from playing this one. Man, I don't understand. Why does it have to be the most boring task imaginable? And why does it have to take 2 hours? Why? It's not fun at all. It sucks so bad. So yeah, if you did this one, congratulations. You probably wasted a lot of your brain cells. This one just sucks. I don't have anything else to say. It's boring, it sucks, it's terrible. Never have this game on an event again. Arsenal. Now we actually have a good one. This is the best game in the event. I had a blast doing this one. You play through this little mission, and the mission's really fun. It's really well made, and it's just a blast to go through. One of the tasks was to speedrun, and I had so much fun doing that. My best time was like 9 minutes and 20 seconds. I really had fun doing it. I think they put a lot of effort in, and it was just a blast. Arsenal was the best game in the hunt, and it's the best game in this event too. They know what they're doing. They know how to make an event. Even if you don't like Arsenal, which I'm not a big fan of Arsenal, at least you can tell that they put a lot of effort in, and they actually just made a fun little mission thing. Fantastic job. I'm clapping. Thank you so much, Arsenal. You guys actually know how to make an event, so good job. Keep it up. Next up, we have Bee Swarm. I'm going to give this one a D. I know a lot of people are not going to like this, but I'm not a big fan of Bee Swarm. They have put this game in a bunch of events in the past. Like in the 2019 and 2020 egg hunts, it was both there, and I always did not like the game because it was really boring and was always very long to do. This one, it's very frustrating, okay? What you have to do is essentially like another kind of like tower defense kind of thing, or like penguin survival kind of thing, to where you have to defend your hives. And it's not easy. It's actually pretty difficult. It took me like 10, 11 attempts to finally be able to beat this one. But if you are someone who has played Bee Swarm a ton and you have a lot of bees and everything like that and have high level bees, this one's a piece of cake for you. You can get so many bricks to where it just makes it so easy. But if you're like me and haven't really played Bee Swarm at all, it's a disaster. Luckily, one of my viewers, just a guy, ended up helping me on this one and taught me a strategy to where you just place walls in front of where they spawn, so you can just kill them really fast. And it was fine after that. But I wasn't a big fan of this one. I didn't enjoy it. So yeah, I can understand if you enjoyed this one, since a lot of people like Bee Swarm. It's just not my thing, okay? Next up, we have Dragon Adventures. This one is... oh, I think this one sucks too. It's omega bad. What you have to do is you have to find a bunch of random eggs around random areas. And I think in the first area, you have to pick up like 4 or 5 just normal eggs, and then it will spawn a meteorite, and the meteor hits the ground, you destroy the meteor, and then you get a token. The problem with this one is that getting the ticks sucked. You had to search everywhere across the entire map to find these stupid 2 little ticks eggs in each area. I had a very hard time finding them, and the spawn location's not the same for everybody, so it is not that fun to do. It didn't take nearly as long as like Adopt Me or Played Ball, but it was brain dead. It was pretty boring. And then on top of that, you had to go back into your plot and incubate the eggs, which just makes it a little bit more tedious. Honestly, I'm gonna give this one a very low D. Last and certainly least, we have Toilet Tower Defense, which is an absolute F. I do not understand why they keep putting this game in the events. This game blows. It is horrible. It sucks. Now, I don't think the tasks you have to do in Toilet Tower Defense are as bad as the tasks you had to do in the hunt. I think the hunt was a lot worse, but still, this game is so unbelievably boring. I mean, I can just show some clips on my stream and you can see how brain dead I'm getting. Guy shaking his butt very smooth and well. Look at this guy. Look at this guy twerk, okay? Look, just look at that. Holy crap. Just, he's so good with it. I just have to show him. Look at that. Look, he's so good. It's awesome. But anyway, what you have to do is you have to find 10 ticks around the map, like every single other game in this event. Oh well, not that bad. And then you have to complete easy mode, and then medium mode, and then you have to get 1,000 kills with one of your towers. Then once you do that, you unlock another tower, then to get 1,000 kills with that tower. It's just not fun. It's really boring. Now, it is much easier solo and much faster solo. So if you are struggling on this one, just do it solo. Don't do it with people, because if you do it solo, it will go by a lot faster and will be a much better experience. If you're doing it with people, you're gonna be sitting there forever. So I guess that's it for my list. I don't really have too much to say. I think this event was absolutely trash. I think the game selection was horrible. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of my tier list down in the comment section down below. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep.